Hi everyone, this is the third video I've done. This one's going to be about tire saucing, specifically with the liquid gravity LGC. This is kind of the routine that I've settled into with this additive that it really just seems to work awesome. And it does work really well for other additives as well, so I would probably recommend using this method with just about anything for rubber tire, carpet, touring car racing. As this video is probably pretty long overdue because it's something that I've been doing for a while now. It really seems to work well. So, first things first, you get a blue towel. I suppose any kind of towel works just fine, but I fold it up into a square, fold it over twice in a nice little square, and what I'll do is I'll put 5 daubs of additive on this towel, kind of like a dice almost, like a five dotted side of the dice. Just like that, so you can see. Then I'll take tires off the car, obviously. You start with the first tire, and you start on one of the fresh ones. You start scrubbing it in real good, and get it to where it's nice and, you got it nice and black right there. And then once you're pretty well clean with the first tire, you move to another dot. That way you're taking this tire that's been cleaned on, fairly cleaned on this dot, and you're moving it to the next one to get it super, super, super clean. And after this, there's really nothing left on this tire. And it just leaves a really nice film of additive on there that really seems to soften it up and make it nice. So you take your next tire, and you start on dot number 2. And that way, that dot has a little bit of, of dunk on it, but for the most part, it's doing its job to get most of it off again of the second tire. And then to finish the second tire, you move to the third one that's totally clean, and now it's getting this one totally clean because you're finishing it on a clean surface. Then you take your third one, start it on the third dot, and get it pretty well clean. And then you're going to finish your third tire on the fresh one, the fourth one. Again, so you're always finishing the tire on a fresh piece of towel, a fresh piece of towel that has the additive on it. And then your fourth tire, you'll start on the fourth one and finish it on the fifth one. So really, there's nothing super special about this method, with the exception of, the fact that you're using five dots of additive on a paper towel, and that way you're always finishing the tire on a clean surface. And that way it's very, very consistent, and it leaves the tire really just feeling awesome in the end. So, basically my routine will be, you get done with your run, you come back to the pits, you take your tires off the car, that's pretty standard, and you do the cleaning like this with the additive. And then I just set the tires aside and do whatever you want to do to the car, and then about 10 minutes before I go out, I'll sauce up and go out there. And that's really about it. You can, for the most part, within 10 minutes, the additive will dry pretty well to where you won't have to wipe the tire. If you are late and you forget to do it, and let's say you only do it 3 minutes before you run, and you don't have time to let the additive air dry, then I would recommend wiping them. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward, and it really does. It seems to work. It seems to work always for me, and sometimes it works even better than you'd expect on certain traction levels and whatnot, and certain tracks. It could be worth a couple tenths of a second per lap over just saucing normally. And sometimes it's not, sometimes it's not worth that, but it's always a pretty consistent way to do it, and sometimes it's very largely beneficial. So that's it. I appreciate it, and see ya.